My day was just trash.
Yeah.
The printer broke again right before my deadline. Nobody knew how to fix it, and I was just standing there wasting 20 minutes while my manager just stared at me.
Well, did you try looking up the error code online? Okay, so picture this. It's 6:30 p.m., long Tuesday. You have just walked through your front door.
Mm-hmm.
You drop your bag. It makes that heavy thud on the floor. You haven't even kicked your shoes off yet. And from the other room, you hear it. Someone calls out, "Hey, how was your day?"
Freeze.
Exactly, freeze. Because in that split second, your brain just goes, well, blank. It's like a computer crashing.
It is the classic brain freeze. And it's funny, right? It's not like you have amnesia.
Yeah.
You know what happened in the last 9 hours.
Right, I remember my day.
It's not even that it was boring. It's that your brain is frantically trying to figure out, okay, what version of the answer do they actually want?
Yes. Do they want the highlight reel? Do they want the 10-minute rant about the printer jamming and that, that weird smell in the break room?
Or do they just want to grunt?
Yeah.
Just some noise that says, I am alive and inside the house.
And that feeling of panic, it's actually valid. That I don't know what to say feeling happens because how was your day isn't one question. It's a shapeshifter.
It is. The answer depends completely on who is asking, where you are, even what time it is.
And if you get that calibration wrong, if you give the home answer to your boss or the work answer to your partner, you create this immediate, awkward social friction.
Oh, totally. It's like wearing a tuxedo to a pool party. You just completely miss the vibes.
You miss the vibe. So today, we're going to decode the scripts. We're going to break down the 3 distinct realities of this one question: the workplace version, the home version, and of course, the text version.
All right, let's do it.
Let's start with the one that I think trips people up the most because the stakes feel so professional: the workplace version.
This is a fascinating one because linguistically, it's really deceptive. When you're at the office or on a Zoom call and a coworker says, "How's it going?" what do you think they're asking for?
I mean, looking at the words, they are literally asking for a status report on my day. They're asking for data.
And that is the trap. In the workplace, this is not a request for information. It is what linguists call phatic communication.
Phatic communication. Okay, I love that term. Let's unpack that.
Basically, it just means words that are for connection, not for content. It's a verbal handshake.
A verbal handshake.
Yeah. They aren't asking, how are you, to get a medical diagnosis. They're just saying, I see you, I respect you, and I'm following the social rules.
It's like when a computer pings a server. It just wants to know the connection's live. It doesn't want to download the entire hard drive.
Perfect analogy. And if you treat it like a real interview or a therapy session, you are breaking the social contract.
I think we need to hear this to really feel the pain of it. Let's try a role play. You be the coworker who's just trying to grab a coffee, and I'll be the person who gets the script completely wrong.
I am already cringing for you. Okay, I have a coffee machine. Clear his throat. Hey, how's your day going?
Ugh. Oh, honestly, it started out just terrible because the bus was late. Then I realized I forgot my lunch, so I had to buy the sandwich. But the lettuce was like weirdly soggy. And then I got that email from Dave in accounting. You know, Dave. And it just stressed me out so much. I've been clenching my jaw all day. I think I'm grinding my teeth.
Oh, right. That's a lot.
And scene. That was painful to even say. I could feel myself losing you halfway through the sandwich story.
It was painful to listen to. And here's why. I was performing a ritual, and you treated it like a confession. The moment you got to soggy lettuce, my brain just checked out. I'm thinking, I just wanted coffee. Why am I trapped in this person's very detailed, very negative narrative?
It creates this emotional debt, right? Now you have to carry the weight of my bad lunch.
Exactly. And in a professional setting, that's just inefficient. So how do we fix it? Because you can't just ignore them. That's rude.
Right, you can't just stare.
No, you have to play along. But in the American workplace, there is a very specific formula. We call it the 3-sentence rule.
The 3-sentence rule. Okay, this sounds like something I can actually remember. Walk us through it.
All right, sentence 1. A general assessment. Keep it positive or neutral. Pretty good. Or maybe busy. Honestly.
Okay, simple enough. No, my life is a mess.
Correct. Sentence 2. One specific work-related detail. Just one. Finish that proposal or had back-to-back meetings all morning.
But why the detail? Why can't I just stop at good?
Because the detail proves you're actually working. It signals competence. It says, I am busy and productive, without having to brag about it.
Got it. Okay. And sentence 3.
The redirect. How about you?
That's it.
That is it. 3 sentences. General, specific, redirect.
Let's try it again. Same scenario. You're at the coffee machine.
Okay. Hey, how's your day going?
Pretty good, actually. I finally got that slide deck finished for the quarterly review. How about you?
Oh, not bad. Just plugging away on these reports.
See, that felt so much lighter.
It's frictionless. We both acknowledge each other. We shared a tiny piece of I am a competent worker data, and now we can both move on without any emotional baggage.
Now, I have to ask about the danger zone. We said positive or neutral. What if I just say fine?
Ah, the fine trap.
Because fine seems like the ultimate neutral word. It's right in the
You
middle.
don't think so? But in the U.S. workplace, which really leans towards enthusiasm, a one-word answer like fine, especially with no smile, it signals something is wrong. It reads as cold or dismissive.
So if I just say fine and turn back to my computer,
Your coworker's walking away thinking, is she mad at me? Is the project going badly? Is she about to quit? You've accidentally created a crisis just by being too brief.
that's so nuanced. You can't say too much, or you're oversharing. You can't say too little, or you're rude.
It's all about matching energy. Think of it like a verbal high five. If I'm breezing past you in the hallway and I say, how's it going? While I'm still walking, you cannot stop walking to answer me.
Right, if I stop, I've made it weird.
Exactly. You just match my energy. Good, you. And we both keep moving. But if we're sitting in the break room, we make eye contact. Well, the door's open a little wider. Maybe you can add a fourth sentence. But the ritual is still about professional pleasantries, not deep emotional unburdening.
Okay, so that's the office. Keep it tight. Follow the rule. Don't be the fine person. Now, let's get in the car, drive home, walk through that front door again, because the rules just did a complete 180.
A complete 180. When you're with a partner, a spouse, a roommate, the question, how was your day, is no longer phatic. It's a real question they actually want to know.
But there are still traps. I feel like I mess this up at home just as often.
Oh, absolutely. And the biggest one is that word we just talked about, fine.
You said at work fine is cold. What is it at home?
At home, fine is a red flag. It is a blaring siren.
Why? I mean, what if I'm just fine?
Because in a domestic setting, the translation of fine, especially said with a flat tone while you're looking at your phone, is something is wrong, but I don't want to talk about it, so I'm going to make you guess what it is.
Oh, I feel that. It's the passive-aggressive fine. It's a weapon.
Totally. If your partner asks how your day was and you say fine, their next question is immediately going to be what's wrong? And you say nothing. And they say something is clearly wrong. And suddenly you're in a fight about communication before you've even taken your coat off.
But let me play devil's advocate. What if my day was actually truly just fine? You know, nothing good happened, nothing bad happened. How do I say that without starting a fight?
You have to add data to prove you're not mad. Give them some proof of life. A great phrase for this is, honestly, pretty chill.
Honestly, pretty chill. I like that.
The word honestly signals sincerity, and then you add a tiny detail. Honestly, pretty chill. Nothing crazy happened, just cleared out my inbox. How was yours? You're signaling, I am open for connection. I am just boring today.
That makes so much sense. You're reassuring them that the boringness isn't about them.
Exactly. Now, speaking of being open, we have to talk about the debrief ritual, because most households have a standard structure for this, even if they don't realize it.
This is usually the dinner table talk, right?
Or while one person's cooking. It usually has 3 parts: the highlight, the low light, and the question back.
The highlight is the good thing. My presentation went great.
And the low light is the venting. And venting is a huge, huge part of American home life. But this is where people get into so much trouble. We need to talk about the venting contract.
The venting contract. I feel like this is where relationships live or die.
I agree. Let's do another role play. I'm going to come home and vent. You just react naturally how you think you should.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm in problem-solving mode. Let's do it.
Ugh. My day was just trash.
Yeah.
The printer broke again right before my deadline. Nobody knew how to fix it. And I was just standing there wasting 20 minutes while my manager just stared at me.
Well, did you try looking up the error code online? You should probably just email the office manager so it doesn't happen again tomorrow. Have you tried turning it off and on?
Okay, stopping. I am instantly annoyed with you.
What? I was trying to help. I was fixing your problem.
But I didn't ask you to fix the printer. I asked you to witness my pain.
Oh.
In American culture, when someone shares a low light, the venting contract requires validation, not solutions.
So by jumping straight to call the manager, I'm actually being dismissive.
Yes, it feels like you're skipping over the emotional part just to get the conversation over with. You're treating my bad day like a puzzle to be solved, not an experience to be shared.
So what's the right script? My instinct is always to fix.
The script is just validation. That sounds really frustrating. Or, ugh, that is so annoying. Or even just, I'm sorry you had to deal with that.
So just validate the feeling.
Correct. Unless I specifically say, what do you think I should do? You should assume I just want to be heard. There's actually a famous question therapists recommend. Do you want comfort or do you want solutions?
That is a life-saving question. Do you want comfort or solutions?
It really is.
Yeah.
It clarifies the contract immediately. Because sometimes I do want your help. But usually, I just want you to agree that the printer is the enemy.
Okay, so we've got the office ritual, keep it brief. We've got the home ritual, don't say fine and just listen. But there's a third space where this question lives, and it might be the most confusing of all.
The text version is so tricky because you lose all the tone. All the facial expressions are gone.
Right. If I get a text at 4 p.m. that just says, "How was your day?" the script changes depending on exactly who sent it.
Totally. If it's a friend, it's casual, pretty chill, just worked and went to the gym. Low stakes.
But what if it's someone you're dating? Or trying to date?
Then this is what's called a bid for connection. They aren't just asking about your day. They are pinging you. They're saying, hey, I'm thinking about you.
So if you give the workplace answer, fine, you are just blowing them off.
You are slamming the door in their face.
Yeah.
You have to give them something to work with. A little hook.
Like what?
Something like it. It was actually really good. Work was crazy, but I tried that new ramen place for lunch. How was yours? You're offering a hook. The ramen, the crazy work that they can grab onto for the next text.
Speaking of texting, we have to talk about the acronym that's been called the relationship ender.
Oh, the NMU syndrome.
NMU. Not much you.
If you are in the early stages of dating and someone sends you a thoughtful text and you reply with NMU, you have just signaled zero effort.
It's the text equivalent of a limp handshake.
It's worse.
Yeah.
It's basically saying, I will do the absolute bare minimum to keep this going. It just kills the chemistry because now all the work is on them to carry the whole conversation.
So banish NMU from your vocabulary if you actually like the person.
100%. Use your words.
Now, there's a variant of how was your day that I think we need to touch on. It's a slightly different question, but it carries so much baggage. What did you do today?
Yes. The audit.
It feels different, right? How was your day? It's about quality. What did you do today is about productivity.
It really is. And this goes back to, the deep roots of the Protestant work ethic in American culture. We have this internalized belief that our value comes from what we produced.
I catch myself doing this all the time. If someone asks, what did you do today? And I just sat on the couch and watched TV, I feel guilty. I feel like I have to invent a list of things.
Oh, I did some laundry. And I sent a few emails, thought about cleaning the garage.
Yes, I list chores just to prove I'm a worthy human being for that day.
That is the guilt response. You're trying to justify your existence through busyness. But what's really interesting is that we're seeing a big generational shift here.
How so?
Younger Americans, Gen Z, younger millennials, are really starting to push back against this busyness as virtue idea. You see it all over social media. The idea that I did absolutely nothing is becoming a flex.
Like I had a rot day.
Exactly, a bed rot day.
Yeah.
10 years ago, saying you stayed in bed all day was a confession of failure. Now it's almost an aspirational answer. It's a statement. I rested, and that is a valid use of my time.
That is such a healthy reframe. But for a lot of us, that question, what did you do, still triggers that instant need to pull out a resume of our chores.
It takes practice to just say, I rested.
It is wild how much weight these simple questions carry. We think we're just making small talk, but we're navigating these minefields of culture and psychology and relationships.
And that's really the synthesis here. One question, how was your day, creates 3 completely distinct realities. Work is a ritual, so keep it efficient. Home is about connection, so validate the feelings. And texting is all about reading the relationship level.
And if there is one golden rule that connects all of them, what would it be?
Reciprocity.
Say more about that.
In every single one of these versions, the boss, the spouse, the date, the interaction is not over until you ask, how about you?
You have to return the serve.
You have to. If you just answer and then stop, you're a conversational black hole. You're just absorbing all this energy and giving nothing back. That how about you is what turns a statement into a real relationship.
So tonight, when I walk through that door and I hear that question,
Don't panic.
I won't panic. I'll take a breath. I will not say fine, and I will definitely ask it back.
And if you need to vent about this recording, I promise I won't try to fix it. I'll just say, that sounds really frustrating.
You are a quick learner. That is our deep dive for today. Try these scripts out in the wild, see how they change things. Thanks for listening.
See you next time.